Hey everyone, I hope everyone's being safe during this COVID. I actually have a mental health moment, as you'll see in the title. And basically, I was going to type it out, but this one is actually kind of long. As you'll see in the title, it'll say mental health moment, and then it'll say running. I'm not actually talking about the physical form of running, where a person is actually getting exercise or running a race, to where you get tired out or things like that. I'm talking about running from situations or your own personal growth. As many of you know, whenever I'm challenged with different things or there's pressure on me that will require me to change or become better, I tend to run or remove myself from the situation. Recently, I had a conversation with someone. Everyone's going to remain nameless. And if you're that person and you're watching, there's no need for you to say who you are. To where I was approached about running over this past week and how they're no longer going to allow me to run because there's potential and they want to see me do better. And this person proceeded to tell me that in a conversation with someone else, the person just said, "That's just Sherrod. Sherrod runs." So my question to you is, how many times have you allowed someone to stay in their current state and said, "That's just them. That's just who they are." But yet you were able to recognize their faults. We do that often too many times as people, even myself, and say that's just them because we may feel like the challenge is a little bit too much for us. I want to thank that person for reaching out to me and actually saying, "Hey, Sherrod, no, it's not sitting well with me. I'm no longer going to let you run. We're going to walk through this thing and you're going to get to the other side. You're actually going to overcome things." As some people know, I'm in the process of writing a book. And as I'm writing this book, it's actually uncovering some things that I have suppressed over years in my life, which, can become triggers. So it's good to have a support. Now, as I was thinking about doing this video, a scripture came to mind. And I have used this scripture many times with teaching, encouraging, or even just giving advice to people on how to talk about having positive supports. And it's Exodus 17, and I'm going to start at verse 11. I'm going to be using the New Living Translation. As long as Moses held up the staff in his hand, the Israelites had the advantage. But whenever he dropped his hand, the Amalekites, forgive me if I'm wrong, gained the advantage. Moses' arm soon became so tired he could no longer hold them up. So Aaron and Hur found a stone for him to sit on. They stood on each side of Moses, holding up his hands, so his hands held steady until sunset. As a result, Joshua overwhelmed the army of Amalek in the battle. I use that scripture to say, how many times have we held somebody up or supported somebody in their time of need? If Aaron and Hur didn't hold up Moses' arm, then the battle would have never been won. They would have been defeated. The Israelites would have been defeated. So how many times have you held somebody up and supported them in their time of need? Or how many times have you allowed them to be defeated? Just think about that. No more running. If you see someone that's running from their potential, hold up their arms and support them so they can win the battle and get through this. Stay blessed.